Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm playing against a new creator bot called the Anarchybot, made for the r/Anarchy chess subreddit, which is personally one of my favorite subreddits to browse for dubious chess content. Let's get started with game number 1. Alright, this is one of the few times that I will not play the London, and instead I'll play the Bongcloud. Playing anything else against the Anarchybot would basically be treason, so we'll stick with the Bongcloud. Alright, we get d5. The bot says, seriously, all they taught me were Reddit memes. I still haven't figured out why you need so many pawns. I don't even know how the horsey moves. And this is actually quite funny, because it's worth mentioning that this bot's dialogue was actually voted for by the r/Anarchy chess subreddit on this post. Should put it on screen now. Which I think is great, because we're basically talking to the subreddit, and that subreddit is hilarious. So now I have to invent Bongcloud theory. Let's play d3 with the idea of takes. Maybe we can trade off the queens, and then having the king in the center won't be so bad. Bot says, please, I have children to feed. They don't pay me if I lose, but they literally didn't teach me anything about this game. All right, let's go ahead and take back on the center. And we're hoping for a trade, nice, which we do get. Piece goes on vacation, never comes back. We'll go ahead and recapture. And now the fact that my king in the center is way less scary because there's no queens on the board, which is generally the scariest attacking piece. Is that how the horsey moves? That is how the horsey moves. Very, very good guess. Let's play knight to c3 to defend e4. And we get we get king to d8 or king to is that Euler's number? Pi minus pi imaginary number. I have no idea what he's talking about. This is a meme subreddit bot, so it would be a miracle if I figured out anything it was saying. Let's go ahead and pin the knight with the idea of e5 to win it. Nice, bishop to c5 does target the pawn, but that's less consequential than losing a whole knight. We get Google Il Vaticano. Oh man, that's a meme. I can't remember what it's from now. Somebody commented down below. I can't remember what that's referencing from the subreddit. Let's play e5, targeting the knight. King to e7, comes and doubles down. I once met John Chess, inventor of chess. Oh, I actually saw that comment when I was in the subreddit reading about like why this bot even appeared in the first place, because this is new to me. I don't know if this is new to you guys, but when I was reading about why this bot even appeared in the first place, I thought it was crazy that they got to vote for what the bot would actually say. And this is one of the ones that I read. I once met John Chess, inventor of chess. That is quite hilarious. We'll give this check, probably drop the bishop back to protect f2. Literally 1984. I saw that one too. I'm Magnus Carlsen. Ask me anything. I think that was for when the bot makes any general move that isn't a bad move. We'll go ahead and take back. All right, we get f5, pawn storm incoming. That's going to be one shaky, small little pawn storm. I mean, it's 3 pawns and 2 of them are doubled. So let's go ahead and continue developing. We've already got a piece up, so there really isn't too much pressure. And why not a free pawn? Oop, I cut him off by accident. I'm going to try not to cut this bot off. I do cut off a lot of the bots, like from yesterday's video, because to be totally honest, yes, some of them are interesting, but others I just want to beat. But this one is actually like speaking directly to the subreddit. Rook no longer in the corner, but still plotting world domination. No world domination for you, my friend. No. In fact, I'm going to trade you off the first chance I get, since I am material, so I do want to trade off pieces. Oh, I cut him off again. All right, we capture the rook. King sacrifice anyone? Hey, if you want to sacrifice your king, I'm not going to stop you. Have you got, I am not reading that number, grains of rice I could borrow? I want to test something. Oh, I actually know what that's referencing too. They made like these posts where they doubled the rice every single post, and eventually it was some ridiculously large number of rice. Almost as many pawns as I'm getting for free in this game. I think that's like what, our second or third pawn. We'll go ahead and take back on e5. Completely undeveloped in the corner, so this should be totally crushing. We get pawn to c6. Let's just develop, maybe line the rook up with the king. Get knight to d7, which is offering a trade. Can anyone explain to me how the horsey moves? It moves like this. Oh, probably shouldn't have got rid of his if I was teaching him how it moves, but bishop came back from vacation. You know where it's going. Let's give check. And I think those vacation comments are referencing when they did like that crazy chess game where anything is legal. If you haven't checked out the subreddit, you honestly should. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. Chess 2 release date, anyone? All right, king moves back, trapping its own rook. Let's play rook here with the idea of check to win the rook, but also with the idea of rook to f7 to win the pawn. Okay, saves the pawn, but not the rook. I guess if I play this, bishop to e8, bishop f7 just drops the bishop. Oh, actually, this might not even work. It just trades everything off. I'm still up by a knight and a pawn, so I think that's totally fine. Right, king to e7, the best move, targeting both, but we can just take on e8. Right, no choice but to take back. We capture, and now we are in an endgame where this extra piece is much more felt, because now it's just a free knight running around looking for free pieces to take. King d8 moves out of the way. Did you know that there's a secret move that combines your knight and your rook into a new, more powerful piece, the Nook? I love that it's actually references from the actual subreddit. That was such a good idea. Shout out to the guy who works with chess.com that actually made this possible, because this is amazing. Oh, another free pawn. Thank you very much. All right, b6 hits the knight, literally 1984. I'm gonna move back, and I'll probably just try to grab this pawn and then promote. All right, let's just push. Nice, king goes back to its starting spot. King g5, target this pawn. Thank you very much. King comes forward, and now I just push. Bot has been awfully quiet since we've been actually winning this game. Hasn't said anything, not even attempted to say anything. Yeah, we are just pushing here for free. It's so quiet. It doesn't even want to say anything. All right, king to f7, again, doesn't do anything consequential. In fact, I can kind of just leave this pawn island here. So I'll play king over, and once I push this pawn, literally these pawns are untouchable. So I can just abandon these pawns for forever. Right, let's come over this way. If the king ever tries to take this pawn, like this pawn right here, then the pawn just gets away, and there's no way for the king to catch up before I promote. So let's go grab some pawns on this side of the board. Oh, that will do the same thing, right? Now we can just push, and there's no way for the king to catch up. Sweet, we promote to a queen. Check. I mean, the bot has still not said anything, which is quite hilarious. Let's do knight method this time, where we move the bishop, move the queen, one knight space away from the king. Again, we're one knight space away from the king. And we'll bring the king in now, looking for opposition to get that mate. Ooh, crazy pawn sacrifice. I should probably allow my opponent to capture and even promote. Let's play this. Nice. I will play Google 50 move rule. Not that it applies here. I just like telling people to Google stuff like en passant. And yeah, it doesn't apply here because we do have captures on the board. Let's make a random waiting move. All right, we've allowed our opponent to promote. Queen sacrifice anyone, but now we have check and then forced mate on g4. Nice. All right, with that, we defeat the Anarchy chess bot. The chess speaks for itself. I saw that one too. That's for when the bot loses. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let me know down below what you guys think of the Anarchy chess bot. And if you went and played it, let me know how it goes for you. I will see you guys in the next one.